Okay, today in this particular lecture we're looking at community mapping. You've already understood how to define your communities and you've got a nice list of individual little communities. However, they will all interlock and partner with each other, so you have to understand how this mapping works. This, excuse my simplicity of it, is a very, very simple way to show you how interlinked everything within a community is. It isn't standalone. For instance, in the middle here is your local community. Okay, that's a location, geographical community I'm working with. Now, out of that community, you will have health, you'll have youth clubs, emergency services, your local authority. There will be plenty of voluntary groups, business, police, schools. Okay, and that's just a basic sort of diagram of sort of groups that will be in a local community. So if you've got health is going to link to your schools. Okay, and I've tried to show with these lines just how complicated it can become. So health and schools are linked, health and youth clubs are linked, health and emergency services will definitely be linked, also local authority. Now voluntary groups, some voluntary groups are going to be linked to health. Some voluntary groups will be linked to schools. Now within schools you have a whole other network of communities because you have children, so they may go to youth clubs. They will certainly be involved with health and certainly be involved with local authority. But equally within that school, you've got teachers who are working. So you have workers, okay? And then you have parents. So parents have a whole other set for their communities. Now the police may be heavily involved in anything that's going on in the school. They may heavily be involved with what's going on in youth clubs. They will be connected to emergency services. Some voluntary groups will be affected by the police. Business may or may not have a deep connection with the police. Business will have a deep connection, however, with local authority. Still following me all? Yeah, it gets complicated. Business may have some voluntary group activity going on. I imagine they are definitely connected with emergency services somewhere. Okay. Health and business go together if you want healthy employees. Health and voluntary groups are quite clear. There's a lot of voluntary groups. So even just with these basics, you begin to see how complex this becomes, how you map your community. So what you need to do is get to your communities, understand the communities there, break those communities down and begin to understand how they interact and why partnerships are so important, because everybody's part of everything in a local community. Okay. Right then, so follow that one through, see if you can't map out your local communities and see where you get.